Don't start the party without us. Over. Copy that.
Modern Warfare 3 made a huge splash at this year's E3, showcasing an amazing underwater SEAL mission that ended in a daring, high-stakes bit of submarine sabotage and a full-throttle getaway. We spoke with Robert Bowling from Infinity Ward and Glenn Schofield from Sledgehammer Games to find out what fans can expect from Modern Warfare 3. Now we asked what it was like to bring the talents of Infinity Ward and Sledgehammer Games together to create the game.
In the beginning, there was a little bit of a competition, and that competition was healthy. But we worked together on story. We came together on what tools to make, and now you're talking about two really strong engineering teams, two strong art teams, and storytelling teams. And when you put the two of them together, and they get along, I mean, you're only going to get something that bubbles up that's even better.
Teaming up with Sledgehammer, they had their personality coming in that really complemented what we were doing already in the Modern Warfare franchise, you know. And then it's great to see eye to eye on certain things that are just core design philosophies, like maintaining that 60 frames per second, because that, you know, that is what builds Call of Duty cinematic moments.
Modern Warfare 3 takes place right after Modern Warfare 2, just a couple hours. I mean, DC is still burning. The eastern seaboard of the United States is, full of a lot of battles. The Russians have moved into New York City, and we're starting to push them out. But the battle has gone deeper than that.
Yeah, I mean, it's going all over the world. I mean, Task Force 141 is either dead or on the run. The mission we showed at the Microsoft press conference actually takes place after the Manhattan mission, Black Tuesday, where you're fighting through the streets of Manhattan trying to get to the harbor. And there, that people have seen that online. We're bringing in dual scope system. The dual scope allows you to, engage guys on a close to medium range with that close optic, the EOTech, the red dot, whatever you're going to do, and then flip it to the left D-pad, throw up your ACOG or your magnifying scope, and start engaging those guys further away.
The other things that we showed in the New York level was the XM25, which is a grenade launcher, which is just being used right now out in the field. And what it does is it's a grenade launcher, but it lasers a target, say a guy's behind sandbags or something like that, or a car. And it lasers at that target, you aim above it, it calculates how far and then shoots a meter above it and then down. So the grenade just devastates anything that's below it. We also showed a 9-banger, which takes place, which is what Delta is using right now instead of the flashbang.
Delta is using that because that's what Delta actually uses, where the SAS missions that you might also fight are a little bit different. They're using a little bit traditional weapon. I mean, we're always talking about the new, but what I love to point out is like the stuff that we're bringing back that we know fans love, and not just from Modern Warfare 2, from Call of Duty 4. Like, you'll notice the SAS guys are running with the traditional model of the MP5, which people loved in Call of Duty 4. And I mean, that's the stuff that gets me excited. It's not only focusing on new stuff and that mixes up the gameplay, but really polishing and bringing back the stuff we all love, and that you get attached to your gun in Call of Duty. You love very specific models. We introduced Spec Ops in Modern Warfare 2 as this awesome co-op mode, a guy and his friend, a dad and his son, sit on the couch, just really enjoy the game outside the story. In Modern Warfare 3, we're blowing it out. We have those traditional mission modes, but then we're bringing in an all-new survival mode, which is endless waves of increasingly more difficult enemies. But what's awesome is that we're bringing in all your favorite features from multiplayer: matchmaking, progressive ranking, unlock. So now Hour 1 of Spec Ops, completely different from Hour 10 because you have new kill streaks to your ability, gear you can do, weapons you can grab, ammo, all this stuff. So it's changing out your style on the fly based on the enemies that are coming at you. Because we'll have, juggernauts that have different weaknesses that force you to change up your style. Helicopters coming in. It's an onslaught of enemies that is constantly keeping you on the run. I mean, this is an adrenaline mode.
We'd like to thank Robert and Glenn for taking the time to talk to us, and thank you for watching Inside Xbox.